I really don't know what I'm going to do with this video, but one subject I wanted to talk about is this changing period that we have. This is the first morning that I've walked outside. It actually felt cool. It's 64 degrees right now. Mornings have been hot and humid. And then I look at my 10-day forecast, and instead of seeing 92 to 95, I'm seeing 81 to 84. So we'll talk about that, what I'm doing. Hold on. Hey guys, I'm going to give you an update on the lawn repair. But real quick before I do, my son kept bugging me about posting on my Instagram because I have an account. So follow us on Instagram. I'm posting up just some funny stuff over there, cool stuff. But also the lawn guides are out. And in the lawn guides, we talk about this and we give you calendars for Bermuda grass, zoysia grass, and all cool seasons. So get those, they're free. They're up all the time. But let me show you the recovery on the front. The recovery has been amazing. Let me show you. So there's nothing like a lawn with an early morning dew on it. But that is amazing. It is absolutely perfect. I mean, the lawn, I can't do anything more. It's just perfect. Look at that grass. Isn't that great? So the front wasn't horrible. The back was horrible. And let me show you the back. So we have done a little bit of overseeding, which you should never do on sod. Do as I say, not as I do. But none of that it's just barely sprouting. You can't even see it. But the recovery back here, we have put down PGF Balance and we have put down PGF Complete. And then I'm going to show you, yesterday I came out and I started putting out DirtBooster. But look at this. Is that incredible or what? Now, I'm from a distance, of course, so it looks a lot better. But, man, I gotta tell you, that just looks, what an amazing recovery. Now, you can see the old scarring that's healing up. So if I come over to areas like this, see that? But it's all healing up, and man, that growth is just spreading in there. These areas over here that were devastated and shut down, this is where we've done some scarifying and overseeding. And I put, in that video, I talked about the seed I use, which was the Yukon. But this is an amazing recovery. And we're in that period where we start to see that transition. So instead of every day being, 90 to 95 degrees and dry, I have on the 10-day forecast, later in the week, every day is 45% chance of thunderstorms. Perfect. Every day is in the 80s. Perfect. Great pushing weather, so you can push your lawn. PGF Complete and PGF Balance. The Balance is all fast release. The PGF is slow release. And then after that application, I'm coming out and I'm putting down on a weekly or bi-weekly basis, just put down some DirtBooster and Green Shocker and you're done. I want you to understand something. The soil that we're naturally dealing with is like a washed hard clay. It's a lot different here. That's it. I brought in a little bit of topsoil, and then I brought in this quote-unquote garden soil that when it arrived looked pretty good, but when it dries out, there's a lot of wood in it. And I think what's happening is that when we put down water, because we haven't had any heavy rains, when we put down water, I think that heavy wood is absorbing the water and not getting a good seed germination. And I'll tell you why I think that. See how I have seed growing in rows here? Well, I took the skid steer and I scraped this. And I think those rows are the deep ones where it's actually pooling a little bit of water and making contact with that soil, that clay underneath. So I have a fair amount of germination over in this area, but here, look at that there, where it's kind of washed out. I mean, it's hard as a rock. I mean, literally, that feels like a rock. So, what is Doc gonna do? I think Doc is gonna come by here. I was gonna till this. So, David has a John Deere with a big rototiller on it, but I don't even think that he can really till this. And this isn't the final lawn. This is just to put some grass in here to sort of hold this in place, all of my sculpting work. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to get the, oh look, there's a hummingbird. Concentrate, Doc, concentrate. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab my core aerator, and I'm just going to plug the living hell out of this place, and then I'm going to put down some more seed. And then what I'm going to do is use the scarifier out here, and we'll scarify all of that seed and those cores just to get more of this stuff mixed in. Now I do have some left, so my wheelbarrow broke. I got to buy another wheelbarrow. And I do have some of this material left. Now this material wouldn't be bad if it was mixed in. If it was mixed into the current clay soil, it wouldn't be bad, but this is the stuff right here. And you can see it's just real woody. There's a lot of like wood in it. So, lesson learned, I was not happy with that garden soil. I should have actually just got more topsoil and put topsoil on here. When we do install the actual lawn, now we're going to be putting a fence in here. And when we do put that fence in here, I will actually come back and I'll bring probably 5 truckloads of topsoil, reshape this again, and then either put sod or seed down, either one. We're going to put a little brick patio here. We'll have a fence with wire, a 48-inch sort of farm fence with black wire and caps. I already got my quote on it. And nice little place for the girls to be out back. But I think that's what I'm preparing to do. I just want to give you an update on the lawn. You guys remember that this thing was trashed? Man, it looks so good right now. Look at that. That just looks amazing. So what are we doing now that we have our lawn almost perfect? What are we putting on it? We don't need to really fertilize anymore. So that's what we'll talk about today. But man, that just looks great. Such a butthole. He missed a line like that. Look at it. I'm gonna make him redo it. I mean, it's growing about 1/4 inch a day. So if you want to keep your grass at 3/4 inch every other day, if you've got a healthy lawn, if you want to cut low, man, every other day. This lawn for 2 months, so we came home and it was just horrible. Absolutely horrible. I feel like I gotta scream this whole video. I got airplanes. I got someone that's having tree work over here. They're grinding trees down. So you'll have to work with me here. Today I am putting DirtBooster on the backyard. And why is that? It's because it's done such a wonderful recovery back here. It's actually shocked myself, my Ryan, and my wife. I mean, we're actually very impressed with this. In just 2 weeks, what we've been able to do with this. I'll show you the front. I'll show you the back here in a second. But what I'm doing now is I'm really focusing on the roots of the grass and the soil. So DirtBooster has the corn distillates in it. It's corn concentrate particles, molasses particles. It has humichar, which is great for your soil. It has good microbes, and it has mycorrhizal fungi. And that's really what I want back here right now. So I want that good organic matter. I want the mycorrhizal fungi, which is key in the way that roots perform on your plant. So I'm going to apply that here today. Let me just show you. I don't know if you can see this or not. It's probably not a very good picture because of the shade and the sun, but man, this backyard, since we abandoned it for 2 months, looks amazing. Let me show you back over here. Maybe you can get a better concept of just how nice this has become back here. Look at that. That is just, that right there is just an amazing recovery. Look at that. Holy cow. So I still have, now we did a little bit of overseeding back on these areas that just were really, really weak. And just now, it's not like this is new Bermuda. Just now I'm seeing tiny little sprigs. So if you didn't watch that video, I warned you against reseeding sod. That's something you don't do. But we did a reseed on that fairway, that bare patch over there with Yukon, and it blended perfectly with our sod, our hybrid. And so that's why we came over and we scarified these areas. And we did a little bit of reseeding over there, but it's not like, none of this is the new grass. None of this is the seed that's germinated, because the germination is only just today, yesterday and today is starting to germinate. And it's over in there and it's over on the green. Let me go over real quick one warning. If any of you guys have a reel mower, I really recommend, let me see, did I have, over at the shop, I'll talk about this more, but over at the shop I have a magnetic wheel rake that I call it. It's a magnetic nail picker-upper. I have one at the beach, I have one here, and man, let me tell you what, Ryan hit a nail in the backyard the other day, and I had to backlap the reel mower again because it started grinding just from that one nail, a little teeny V groove in the bed knife, and a little groove in I had to stop and I had to backlap everything again. But I'm going to put down this today, and let's just talk real quick about what I'm doing going forward. Make sure that I close. If you've never used DirtBooster, I want you to order a bag of DirtBooster just so you can open it up and smell it. It smells like sicky sweet corn cereal. It's just, it's an 100% all natural product. You have the corn distillates, which is this sort of brown flaky stuff that you see, okay? Then you have molasses particles, and then you have the black particles, which is humichar, which is mainly biochar with some humic acid inside of it. And then you have good microbes and mycorrhizal fungi. So all that is in there. It's 100% pet safe, it's 100% child safe. You can put it down just about every day if you wanted to. It doesn't have any artificial nutrients inside of it. As the organic material breaks down, it's going to release a very, very, very small amount of nutrients in a ratio of 6:1:2 roughly. That's about what it does. But I mean, you can put it down, literally put it down every single day. In fact, I should probably make a video where I come out and I do it every day for a week and show you the result. I mean, that's what it is. It's just it's based on your roots and your soil. That's what we're focused on. So on this spreader, I can actually shut one side off, which is kind of nice. So I'm gonna shut, and I'm just going to throw to the right. So I don't think I'm going to bore you with a whole bunch of spreading. I just want to let you know that I'm doing this late in the afternoon because I went ahead and I ran my irrigation system a little bit. I'm applying this, and as soon as that sun goes down, guess what I'm going to do? I'm going to run my irrigation system again. And why is that? Why do people tell you not to run your irrigation at night? You know why? You're going to have fungus. That's what we want. We want it damp. We want it to get in the ground. We want to create the fungus, which is the good fungus, the mycorrhizal fungi. That's your tip of the week. Hey guys, so the green, I'm finally starting to see some little teeny sprouts of Bermuda on the green. But I brought home my trailer from the farm for a specific reason. So what I plan to do is I'm going to load up my core aerator that I have here. I'm going to load up my scarifier. I'm going to load up seed. And I'm going to go back out to that property with that super hard rock clay. And I'm just going to see if I can just pound it and get some core aerations pulled out of that thing, just to try and get some better germination. So hit that subscribe button, that little red thing, wherever that is. And I'll put that up. We'll shoot that tomorrow. John, Ryan, and myself are going to go out there probably and work on that. And we got a bunch of videos. Oh, Thursday, we're doing a fish stocking video. We're picking up some fish we're going to stock. The shed is done. I'll show you the shed. My electrician's coming to run electricity out there. We got a bunch of different stuff, but this is the perfect time of year to start pushing, guys. We see the temperatures in the 80s, and we start to have some rain move in. Push that lawn, that warm season lawn. Talk to you later. Doc.